What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool video. In this video we will talk about Jurgen Klopp's contract situation because there has been some conflicting reports. For example, Sky Sports are reporting that Liverpool owners FSG are very keen to extend Jurgen Klopp's contract. On the other hand, ESPN, for example, and Melissa Reddy, who is a Liverpool correspondent, and she's a very respected, well-connected journalist to Liverpool. So she's saying that Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp could take a 12-month sabbatical at the end of his current contract, which runs until the summer of 2022, so 3 more years. And that has me worried, and I will explore all the reports and all the possibilities, and let's talk about what it means for Liverpool's football club's future. So let me know, how long do you want Jurgen Klopp to be the manager? Because personally, I want him to stay at Liverpool for like 10 years or 15 years. It would be such an amazing thing if you could do a legacy like Sir Alex Ferguson at Man United, like Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. I don't think he will stay at Liverpool for like 15 or 20 years because in today's game, it's very difficult to see that. And Jurgen Klopp, I think long term, he wants to one day manage the German national team, and maybe he wants to manage Bayern Munich or another big club. But for now, I think he's fully fallen in love with Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp winning the Champions League, I think, cemented him into Anfield history, into Liverpool history, and he is a legend in my eyes. But maybe some Liverpool fans are saying that until he wins the Premier League, he can't really be a proper legendary manager. I think any manager at Liverpool who wins the Premier League, who wins the Champions League is a legend in my eyes. Rafa Benitez is a legendary manager, even though he couldn't win the Premier League with Liverpool. But feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. And if you guys enjoy these types of videos, make sure to leave a like. It takes a second for you guys and it helps me out a lot and shows me that you enjoy these videos. So FSG and principal owner John Henry, chairman Tom Werner, and FSG President Mike Gordon all said that they want Jurgen Klopp to stay at Liverpool long term. They want to secure him for longer, so they want to offer him a new contract, and this is what they said. When the players threw Jurgen in the air after the Champions League final win, they were acknowledging what all Liverpool fans know. He's beloved by all who appreciate football. Jurgen is a brilliant coach, but just as importantly, he's a humble and caring man who is happy today because he knows what yesterday meant to our supporters. Obviously, this interview is straight after the Champions League final. And Jamie Carragher said this about Jurgen Klopp. Klopp is the #1 at the club. He's the manager, of course, but what I mean is he's the most important figure. If you ask me whether I would lose Van Dijk or the manager, I would say Van Dijk. I think he's a special manager. I don't know what his contract situation is, but give him a new one. And hopefully now he can push on. He's got that monkey off his back with that first big trophy. First time he has won the Champions League after so many finals without a win. Hopefully for him and the set of players, it's not just a one-off. He's always done 7 years at his clubs. So in 22, when Klopp's current contract, it will have been 7 years, but let's try and make it 17. So Carragher wants Jurgen Klopp to stay another 10 years after his 7-year contract runs out. I would love that to happen, but I'm not sure if that's realistic. The next step, according to Carragher, is to continually compete as they have done this season, Liverpool, for the Premier League and the Champions League. The Premier League is the big one Liverpool want, of course, but Man City are such a good side, it's going to be difficult. Carragher said this: at the moment, Liverpool are well equipped. They've won the Champions League, so they are going to be there or thereabouts for most seasons in the competition now. But they have to do that in the Premier League as well, which is something the team that Carragher was part of, is referring to here, never did enough of. That's what they have to do next season to really push Manchester City. So this is a positive news. The negative news, Melissa Reddy, the Liverpool correspondent who is now working for ESPN, she made an article about Jurgen Klopp possibly taking a 12-month break, a year sabbatical. And according to Melissa Reddy and according to the ESPN report, Jurgen Klopp has repeatedly stated his desire to take a break from the very intense demands of management when his current contract expires. It is a matter he considered with his family, and he has mentioned a 12-month rest period would be his preference. That he mentioned that in the past. That's a very interesting request. I think what Liverpool could do is bring in an interim manager for just 12 months. Maybe Steven Gerrard if he gets enough experience until then, or somebody else, because I think it's worth to maybe take a break, Jurgen Klopp, and if we can come back and continue at Liverpool for another 3, 4, 5 years, I think all Liverpool fans would take that. But I think it would be awkward for the interim manager, because just let's do a hypothetical scenario. If Gerrard comes in for 12 months and he wins the Premier League, let's say, or he wins the Champions League, or he does so well and wins 1 or 2 cups, then it will be very difficult for the interim manager to step down and for Jurgen Klopp to come in. But I think whatever happens, the Liverpool fans would take Jurgen Klopp over pretty much anybody else. And this is what the report said, and this is very interesting. While owners, FSG, want Klopp to remain at Liverpool beyond the next 3 years of his contract, they would not want to put him in the position of turning down a new offer. Improve the terms, and the new contract would therefore only be drafted if the German requested it, and he has not yet provided any indication as to whether he has changed his mind on having time out after 2022. Given the strong relationship between Klopp and FSG president Mike Gordon, who stayed at Klopp's house after the Champions League final, there would not be any formal discussions or a lengthy process if Jurgen Klopp decided to extend his commitment, because, you know, that's just my comment. The owners know that Jurgen Klopp is the best manager for Liverpool right now. And this is also evidenced by how Liverpool handled the 6-year contract they gave Jurgen Klopp in June 2016. During a conversation with Mike Gordon, Klopp said he could imagine himself being at the club for the rest of his career, and FSG's president then called the owner John Henry and chairman Tom Werner before a fresh deal was drawn up in a matter of hours. So Klopp, who had been on holiday in Ibiza before ferrying to, Formentera, he signed the contract extension on June 16, his 49th birthday. News was only officially announced by Liverpool at the start of pre-season the following month. So I think it would be very easy to extend Jurgen Klopp's contract if he wants it. But the big question is, Jurgen Klopp hasn't come out officially and publicly to say whether these reports are very accurate or if they are missing the mark. And that makes me a little bit nervous, because if Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool after the next 3 years and he takes a 12-month sabbatical, and let's say maybe he doesn't want to come back to Liverpool, then what? Then Liverpool will be in a very difficult position. And of course, Liverpool will always attract some big, very good managers. But at the moment, right now, there is not one manager who would be as good for Liverpool as Jurgen Klopp, who would be better suited for the club, for the fans, for the whole vibe, the passion, the history of Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp is just, I think, perfect for Liverpool right now. But in the next 3 years, I really hope that Liverpool win the Premier League and maybe another Champions League title. And then Jurgen Klopp could say that he completed his mission. I think until Jurgen Klopp wins the Premier League title with Liverpool, he would feel like it's unfinished business at Liverpool. That's just my opinion, but let me know if you agree with me or not. So this is the official news that I could gather so far. So Sky Sports is reporting that the owners want to extend his contract. ESPN is reporting that Klopp wants to take a 12-month break after his 3-year contract is up. It's going to be very interesting. The German, so Jurgen Klopp has previously spoken to Sky Deutschland, which is a German TV company, about his desire to take a break after his 3-year contract is up, citing the very intense nature of football world management. And maybe his family, he has a wife, Jurgen Klopp, and also kids who are now growing up to become adults, but maybe he wants to take a 12-month break. He's already super rich because of being so long in top football management, so he doesn't really need to work every single year to keep money coming in. So maybe it would be nice for Jurgen Klopp to take a 12-month break and go on a long holiday, or spend more time with his family, because I think football management, it's a 24/7 job. Even during your sleep, probably your phone is buzzing, agents and all kinds of football people are contacting you. So you can't just get away from it. It's going on for almost like 11 and a half months. You get a 2 or 3 week holiday at the end of the season, but even during the holiday, you are thinking about which players should Liverpool sign and how we could improve next season. So it's going to be very, very interesting how Jurgen Klopp does in the next 3 years. I think Liverpool are perfectly placed to challenge for all the trophies available right now, and I really hope that next season, with the 7 competitions that Liverpool are involved in, we will hopefully win at least 3 of them. I mean, it would be pretty easy to win 3 competitions, because the Community Shield final is just 1 game. The European Super Cup final is just one game. The Club World Cup final and semi-final is 2 games. So basically, if you win 3 or 4 games, you win 3 trophies. And then, of course, the more difficult trophies, the Premier League, the Champions League, you need to be very good, very consistent for a long time. But I think Jurgen Klopp built this Liverpool team up so much that even if we don't sign anyone, I don't think that will happen. I think we will definitely sign at least 2 or 3 players. But even if we don't sign anyone, this Liverpool team could go into the Premier League title race next season as one of the favorites. We could go into the Champions League next season as one of the favorites. And that is testament to not only Jurgen Klopp, but to the scouting team, to the owners, to everybody involved at Liverpool, even the fans who did their part to make this club one of the best clubs in Europe. And I think when Jurgen Klopp came in, this was his aim. He wanted to bring Liverpool, a sleeping giant if you like, at the time of Jurgen Klopp's appointment, back to the top of European football, and I think he has done that, and that is his legacy. Whatever happens, even if he doesn't win another trophy in the next 3 years, which I can't see happening, I think that we will win multiple trophies under Jurgen Klopp, because this team is great, and we will get even better, in my opinion. So even if Jurgen Klopp, God forbid, doesn't win another trophy, he has done the most important thing, which is bring Liverpool back to the top of European football and make Liverpool a team good enough to challenge regularly for the Premier League and for the Champions League. And I think that was ultimately his biggest mission, and he has done that. And even Pep Guardiola complimented Liverpool. He said this: Liverpool help us to be a better team. I am 100% convinced of that. When you have a contender like Liverpool and you analyze the quality they have in all departments, neutralizing the counter-attack against 10 players for Liverpool, that happened quite often like it did for us, I have the feeling that they make us a better team. Always the value of the titles you win depends on the quality of the contender on your big rival. So that is a big compliment from Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers in world football right now, and Mauricio Pochettino, who I have a lot of respect for. He was very unlucky to lose the Champions League final with Tottenham. He said this about Liverpool: Liverpool are a great team. I think with Manchester City, the best team in England. They were competing head to head in the Premier League title race, and of course have had an unbelievable Champions League campaign. Full credit to Jurgen Klopp, fantastic manager. And I'm really happy that the other top managers are not like spiteful. They are not trying to you know, shit talk each other, but it looks like Pochettino, Guardiola and Klopp have a lot of respect for each other, and they actually have a good relationship with each other, which is a refreshing change from the Sir Alex Ferguson days or the Mourinho days, where the mind games and all the jazz was going on in the media all the time. And Guardiola also said about Liverpool, I cannot find a better one than Liverpool. In that level, that high level, it's not just down to the mental factors or skill, power or technique. It's a mix of everything. As much as you increase the standard for all departments, you are closer to achieve what you want to achieve. So brilliant compliments by Guardiola and Pochettino about Liverpool. And I'm just so happy that we are here, and the next season is going to be a blast, a brilliant season. Really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.